divine souls. We are still on the subject of reincarnation. Okay, how to know whether past life exists? Okay, the yogic method is concentrate on this point and keep your mind one pointed for about 3 days continuously. Okay, continuously if you keep, you will develop what is known as dhruva simriti, which means permanent memory. And permanent memory means suddenly you will remember when you were a kid, holding maybe at 2 years old, you were holding your milk bottle and suddenly you dropped it and there was a sound was made. Even that sound will start to remember. Okay, you remember everything even when you are in the womb until now. Okay, and a little one more step effort in the concentration, you will start to remember your past life. Okay, just like you are remembering episodes of your younger days, you will remember your past life. Okay, and that is the best proof. Otherwise, you can go into hypnotic regression. You can find hypnosis and do regression into past life. But hypnotism is not encouraged for long term because you'll weaken your willpower. Okay, so it's not very much encouraged. And what happens when a person dies? Okay, now the Guru says, the Guru can see it as it is. He is not referring to any scripture or any authority. He sees things as it is and reports back to us. Just like you can see, okay, the sun is there, the moon is there. So that is direct perception. So the Guru has direct perception. You also can have direct perception one day if you do the practices. Now the Guru says that, when somebody loves to drink, okay, he goes to another city. Then he will look for pubs, okay, bars, pubs and things like that. If a person is an artist, he goes to another city, he will look for fellow artists, galleries, things like that. Okay, so this is what we call samskara or karma. So if you are a mathematician, then you create karma for mathematics. You love it. Okay, if you are a musician, you just love music. Okay, so you're creating karma and samskaras for music. So samskaras means you have karma, something you have done something good, and that good has not expressed itself. We call that samskaras. So we have a lot of samskaras. Okay, lots of samskaras. And these samskaras create a distortion in the mind. So the mind wants to be free of distortion. So it's like ping pong ball. You press the ping pong ball, that's a reaction. Okay, and then there's a dent. And dent has not come out. Okay, and when after some time the dent comes out. So when the dent comes out, it's called a reaction. Okay, so if you do good, you will get a good reaction. If you do bad, you get a bad reaction. Okay, it's just a reaction. It's positive or negative reaction. We call it reaction, negative and positive. Okay, now if the reaction is not immediate, then let's say you do an action this birth and then the reaction is still not happening, unrequited in this birth, then it carries on to the next birth, and there's a time gap, so it comes with interest. Yes, it comes with interest. So it's better we express all the reactions as soon as possible. Okay, now it is not possible. For example, I've done a murder, bad reaction, then I try to do good to cover up this bad. No, it's not possible. That murder I have to undergo. I can do a lot of good. I will undergo the good things for the good actions. For the bad actions, I will undergo the bad. I cannot balance it. It's not possible. Otherwise, a lot of guys will do murder and do a lot of good, and then they say now it's over. Okay, a lot of people go to temples, do pujas, do this, do that, to play around with their karma. It's not possible, but you can delay it. You can delay it. You can postpone it. Okay, but longer you postpone, more interest you have to pay. Okay, so the best is to, as far as possible, finish all your karma. So when you have no karma, you will attain liberation. What keeps you here is karma, your samskaras. You have to be free from samskaras. So when a person dies, he has so many karmas he has. So the moment he dies, the mind wants to escape. Okay, all the prana in the body. So the prana is 5 internal prana, 5 external prana. So these 10 pranas will find a way out of the body and escape. But they can't, because there's one, it's called Dhyananja. Dhyananja is one prana which has to wait for the body to decay. The body has to be destroyed. Then only it will be released. So, because Dhyananja is still stuck with the body, the mind is also stuck with the body. So the ancient yogis, they said, hey, the fastest way is to burn the body. So you burn the body. So the Hindus and Buddhists and Taoists and all these guys, they just burn the body. Okay, you liberated immediately. So once you burn the body, the Dhananjaya can go, all the vital airs will go into cosmic space, and the mind can now be free to take birth again. So immediately Prakriti will arrange a body. How is the body arranged? So you see, the mind has got one wave, a psychic wave, and a body that has always, bodies are created, right? So in a mother's womb somewhere, and if that body that is created has a similar rhythm, and this mind and that body has a parallelism, then what will happen? That mind will go into that body and take birth. Okay, and he can then express its samskara, express its karma. Okay, and that's how you take birth again. And when the sperm cell and the egg cell, when they unite, they create the body. Immediately the mind will, another mind will come, take birth. So it's a very instant process. So it's not like you are hanging out for very long. Now if your body is still around, not decayed, takes a long time to decay, you preserve the body and all that, it's a very long time to take birth. Okay. Now let us say somebody has to be born as a rhinoceros, and rhinoceros are extinct. Then wow, you have to wait. Okay, you have to wait for a similar body, maybe this planet, maybe another planet. That is why all animals, all beings have value, existential value. Okay, every creature. That's why we have to preserve all creatures from going extinct as much as possible within our capability. And this is so to help so many minds come and take birth. Okay, but somehow we will take birth. Okay, and if people have excessive attachment, it's very difficult for them to find a body. Some women are actually very attached to their husbands, let us say, and so they take certain kind of forms which getting stuck with that husband. Okay, so one should be free. One shouldn't have these excessive attachments. Attachments are not good. Okay, when you leave the body, you go free and you take birth. Okay, now people do all kinds of rituals for the dead. Okay, so once the person is gone, okay, he is taken birth. Maybe sometimes within 1 hour, 2 hour, half an hour, he can get another body and he can go. There's no such thing as waiting for 17 days according to the rituals and all that. That's what Baba told us. Okay, some people wait for 200 years, they cannot get body. Okay, that's also possible. So there are many stories I can tell you, but not today. Time is a factor. And so basically one should be doing kirtan. Okay, you do kirtan. Ba, ba, na, ma, ke, va, la, ma. Bhavanam Kevalam. You do Bhavanam Kevalam Kirtan, you please go to all the YouTube videos on Bhavanam Kevalam, and then you can put it on your plug and then sit down and enjoy. Put your mind here on this Asara Chakra, listen and enjoy the Kirtan. Become devotional. Okay, be free from all these earthly attachments. Okay, so when the time comes for you to leave the body, you just leave. But you have to come back. There is no way you cannot avoid that. Okay, you have to come back. Only one who has done a lot of meditation, a lot of sadhana, and only he can escape. Otherwise, most of everyone will come back. Okay, will come back and start life again. So it's a cycle of birth and death. You come back, die, come back, die, come back, die again. So it's a constant process, and you have been doing this for so many lifetimes. Some accounts is that it's 840,000 lives. So they say, just give you a number. You could have been a rock, you could have been a worm, an insect, a snake, a tiger, a dinosaur, whatever. And then finally you attain a human life, and then repeat again, die again, become human, then human fall back into animal life, then come back again to human life. Okay? And human life again, until one day, really, hey, what's happening? I've been here before, I've seen this before. Something is wrong. And that's when you realize, okay, I've seen this, I've done this, I want something more. And you start investigating. And when you start investigating, the spiritual aspect of you starts to show up. Because you must remember one thing, ultimately you are divine. That is why I address you as divine souls. Because you are divine. You are God. You are God himself, who has divided himself into many infinite number of fractions, and each fraction is one being. You are one fraction, I am one fraction, but we are all the same. Okay, now this fraction has forgotten what it is. It wants to play a game here, and it has come completely forgotten what it is originally, forgotten that it is God, and is playing a game here. You become a teacher, you become a doctor, you become a policeman, you become a thief. Okay, this game is going on and on. Okay, and one day you realize that you are the supreme being, then there's no more birth. Once you realize that you are the supreme being, I am Brahma, Tattvam Asi, birth is no more. You become free. You return to your original self. Okay, thank you very much.